Salary supplements. Tammy, and then Mr. Embry.
Okay, I'll wait for Glenn here.
Sorry.
Okay, so as you know, from the packet, Sheriff-elect Embry has submitted a letter requesting authorization to utilize the existing local salary supplements within the current Sheriff's Department budget as of January 1st, 2024. This would be in order to reallocate those funds to secure staffing for existing positions. Staff estimates the local funds available for this purpose to be $110,362. This calculation was provided on a spreadsheet included in your packet. Sheriff-elect Embry was advised by staff to ensure that employee salaries are at least equivalent to the minimum of the position's assigned pay band in the county's pay plan, and also per state code that they are equal to or greater than the state compensation board salary for the position. He is also requesting an additional $29,000 to accomplish his desired restructuring of the department, which is shown here on an organizational chart, and Mr. Embry can review that with you in just a few moments. The $29,000 is salary only, so there are associated benefit costs with that of 20.46%. So the total annual cost of his request would be $34,933. For the remainder of this fiscal year, that amounts to $17,467. We do have recurring contingency funds within the currently appropriated general fund budget, which would likely be the source of funds to cover this request, as it would be an ongoing expense. I'm happy to take any questions before Mr. Embry addresses the board.
All right. Any questions for Ms. McGarry before we call this?
Okay, so we have two pieces to this, one being the compensation study minimum for all of the sheriff's staff. The second is a response to the restructuring, which changes the rank and file. And so
Right.
to bring them up to that level as well in terms of the reshuffling of staff.
Correct. He needs an additional amount of this $34,933 to accomplish
Yes.
the restructuring presented here.
And so clearly these are all recurring costs.
They're all recurring costs, yes, sir.
All right. Any more questions for Candy before we call up Mr. Embry? No, Mr. Embry?
Morning.
Morning. Anything to add?
Thank you all for the opportunity for the board meeting today. This chart was created for functionality, if you will. And I know that there is, just speaking to prior, I know we have a lot of individuals that are leaving the agency. There may be fear in the community. We do have bodies, certified law enforcement officers that I have met with that are coming in to replace these positions. And I do want to wish all the outgoing deputies the best luck in their endeavors. With this said, I have constructed this chart. Again, this is from a flow, functionality, and effectiveness so that we can better serve the citizens of the County of Nelson. Based on this is a hierarchy chart. There are two positions, and I'm happy to address each and every one or approach the chart however need be. I firmly believe that this is the correct organization for both our patrol, our investigative units, including our school resource, and our court security staff. What I'm asking is to, based on, I've got the document of the pay study and our current comp board salaries, as well as what the county fully pays our deputies, as well as supplemental pay. We currently have 27 allotted deputies to this department. Those that are fully comp funded, those that are county funded. I'm not asking for any new positions outside of that 27. What I'm making do is a model within that 27 to where we can provide rank structure so that we can again have working flow. The rank structure that I'm looking at, and again, are there any questions thus far before I move forward? Currently, based on the pay study that I have in front of me, as well as the structure of the current agency of the department, there are 3 lieutenant's positions that are already funded. There are 2, if you look on that chart to your left under patrol captain, there are 2 that are there that are currently funded based on this document that I have here in front of me. There is also a lieutenant in school resource that is fully funded. I believe that is 100% on a grant. So we already have those 3 positions. Those 3 positions are funded. What I'm asking for are the 2 positions, if you look to the left, sergeant's positions. These are our first line supervisors, ladies and gentlemen. These are critical key components of the folks that will be making the decisions that are shift supervisors. I am looking at the pay study from July, and based on what I have in front of me from July 5th of this year, I am looking at a minimum salary for this sergeant position of $57,214. I am asking for the bare minimum not to exceed that amount for 2 positions at that rank. Again, I'm not asking for additional positions. I want to create rank at those 2 levels, and I want to bring up current funding to ascertain to meet that mark. If you look over to the right, you'll see a court sergeant's position. What I want to do is take that position and what the current salary is for the individual that is ascertaining that, and I want to move that, and I want to bring that individual's pay up. It's uniformity across the board. I want the 2 sergeants in patrol and the sergeant that is here providing security to everyone here attending court, judges and so forth, to have equal rank. Equal rank, equal pay. Are there any questions on that? Finally, there's one additional position. If you look above that, in order to run patrol, we're looking at 12 units. In order to, there's going to be a position of captain. We currently have 1 individual that currently holds the rank of captain within the department. What I want to do, again, for better functionality, so that we have proper management, administration, and supervision over a completely different entity, I want to, again, not create the position. We're going to have the position at rank within the parameters of what Nelson County has for a lot of positions. So what I want to do is bring up pay from a current position that is a vacant position currently on their comp board, and bring up to what the pay study says at bare minimum to ascertain that captain pay. Based on figures, the $29,000 that I've reached are based on figures of where we need to be using the comp board, what I have here that I believe is in your packet, to be able to increase to get bare minimum based on those positions. Again, we're looking to move up our court sergeant's position to equivalent pay of 2 sergeant's positions that are in patrol. Lieutenants are already funded, they're already staffed. Captain's position, we have a vacancy in that. I want to bring up funding to be able to ascertain bare minimum for what this pay study indicates a captain's pay needs to be. Again, we already have 1 captain over investigations. Not touching that.
Sounds good.
This is about functionality. This is about moving the department forward. It's about structural stability. And I believe that this is the formula that we need for moving this agency forward in January.
All right.
With that, I'm happy to answer any questions.
Yes. Any questions for Mr. Embry at this time? Question for Candy real quick. Candy, does this need to be 2 motions or just 1? Whatever we need to do for his ask.
I think it would just be, well, you could do it as 1, but there would be 2 parts, as you're indicating.
Okay.
So, consideration of allowing him to use the existing salary supplements and reallocate those, and then providing the additional ask of $34,933. to accommodate the restructuring of the department.
All right. Any questions for Mr. Embry or Ms. McGarry at this time?
I've got a question because there's a couple of boxes that I don't understand the function. I'd just like you to clarify for me.
Yes, sir.
Under Captain of Investigations, in the left column, Investigations and Task Force, can you give me a little job description?
Task Force would be our drug task force that would be affiliated with the drug task force, J task force at Charlottesville. Investigator would be a potential second investigator that would alleviate a lot of work from the Captain of Investigations.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions? Okay, hearing none. So it is to allow him to use the supplement plus, what was that specific number, Candy? 30?
34,933.
34, 9, 33. All right. What is the pleasure of the board?
Comment, you know,
Mr. Embry?
I don't want us to, you know, micromanage. You won this job, and we mean to support you in that.
Yes, sir.
And, you know, that's the only comment. What I said before, it doesn't matter to me who the sheriff is, as long as he serves the people of Nelson County.
Yes, sir.
And I know you will. My daughter says hello.
Thank you.
All right. Do we have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
So to allow Mr. Embry to use the supplement funds and the addition of 34,977. Oh, 33. That's your motion? If you're gonna talk,
It's very important to me that you two people cooperate with each other. I think you will. I know I've talked to you individually. Because I know you both. I know you both love Nelson County and the people of Nelson County. And elections happen and different people come to office for whatever reason. The people have spoken. And the people want you to do well.
Yes, sir.
You know, and I wish you well.
Thank you.
all right, so that's the motion.
That's the motion.
All right, do we have a second? Need a second.
I'll second.
Second from Mr. Reed. Any further discussion? Hearing none, we'll do a roll call vote.
Mr. Harvey?
Yes.
Mr. Barton?
Yes.
Mr. Parr?
Yes.
Mr. Reed?
Yes.
Mr. Rutherford?
Yes. All right. Any other business that this board needs to bring up at this time? Hearing none, let's get a motion. Do we have to continue or adjourn?
You can
We adjourn because it's, okay, yes. Get a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion for Mr. Parr. Is there a second?
Second.
Second for Mr. Reed. Any further discussion? Vote of acclamation. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any objections, abstentions?